Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? It's about 6 in the morning Central Standard Time and we're going to talk about Bitcoin, March the 8th. So yeah, I have been having some back problems, which is actually 90% better now. But I've been taking some Tylenol flu nighttime pill just because I've been feeling a little under the weather. And I've been passing out for an extremely long period of time, much longer than I've intended to. So I woke up to Bitcoin a few hours ago. Pretty cheap actually. So it's actually fallen a drastic amount right now. Just give me 1 second here, I have to cough. I'm just gonna mute my microphone very quickly. I'll be back. Okay, so this has been a very difficult count to make, and I think that we'd all agree that a lot of people are uncertain with what the count actually is, but I'm gonna have to stick to this, guys. I will unfortunately have to stick to this as my main count right here. It's the only count to me that makes sense right now. Despite how choppy it is right now, it unfortunately has to be my main count. The alternate count is this one right here. This is the bullish count. That is the bullish count where this one here makes an A, B, and a C. And this is the bullish count because it created a double top, right? A double top for where the B is. And then the C creates a truncated C position, which means that it's going to hammer at this top and break it by a drastic amount. This is my alternate count though. I'm not really as bullish as I would like to be actually. My main count is this one right here. It's got to be. This fifth wave here is super ugly, as you guys can see. I'm not sure if you're following what's been going on with the fundamental world, but Binance, there was a massive hack. Okay, there was a bot that took advantage of people's private keys, and it's been accumulating for a long time now, and it made trades based on its behalf, and lots of funds were lost. I haven't really followed up with it much yet. I'm just following on Twitter from what I've seen. And the second thing is trustee for the Mt. Gox case. Do you guys remember the exchange that was hacked a few years back for hundreds of millions of dollars? The trustee this morning, yeah, it's pretty unintelligent, we'll put it that way. He decided to dump $400 million of Bitcoin on the market. Not really the most clever idea. So it naturally created a panic sell-off as well. And we're going to go into it a little bit deeper, okay? So if this is my count right here, then I would say we're technically almost done this correction. But it almost seems unrealistic that we're done it as well. So this would be wave 1, and now that would be wave 2, right? It just seems very unproportional to the length and the magnitude and the duration of this entire wave 1 right there, right? So, but if I actually do a count, we're technically done it already. I mean, there's so many people that are disagreeing with counts right now, and I'm disagreeing with a lot of people as well. There's this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pretty much. Like that, okay? So that makes 5 waves up there. This makes a simple ABC up here. As simple as it still is ABC. And then we get 5 waves coming down here with a double bottom, technically. So technically speaking, we're done our entire ABC. So then if I draw this out right here, I get this as A, B, C. But things are never as simple as a simple ABC. Just put it that way, okay? So, yeah, that looks pretty decent to me if it were to finish off like this. So I want to go over the massive sell-off, alright? Let's go over the sell-off. What's surprising to me is how much was sold off in how short of a period. It's been a long time since we reached this kind of 24-hour volume, which I should probably talk about as well, okay? I should probably talk about it as well in here. Let's take a look. So today we reached an enormous 24-hour volume already. We're talking about $9.3 billion, guys, in 24-hour volume. Actually, yeah, $9.4 billion roughly. If you guys take note, for the past few days, we've only been doing $6 to $7 billion, right? I got a new microphone, if you guys don't know. I actually bought 2 of these, what is it? Blue Ice microphones? Yeah, I bought 2 of them, just in case one breaks or something, just keep another one for a backup there. And they were on sale, so why not? You know, they're normally like $100 Canadian. I bought it for $60 delivered, which is actually a pretty good deal. They were on sale at Newegg. So yeah. So pretty crazy, right, guys? That we went from, you know, 6.8 billion, 6.4 billion to yesterday 8.7 billion, and then today we're already at 9.4 billion dollars. What this shows to me is that a lot of people are rushing in to defend the price around the 10K range at least, okay? So it looks pretty decent to me that people are rushing in to buy. So let's take a look at what worries me the most though, alright? What worries me the most right now is this. Is that if we draw our support trend line, it would be drawn like that. I'm very anal retentive when it comes to these things, so what I do is always verify that they are on point. If you guys are drawing them, be consistent, okay? It's touching that point, you'd agree? Yes. Okay. Now where? Okay, this one here, we get the bull breaks, or sorry, bull traps, right? Here, we finally pierced it a little bit. Didn't quite close underneath it, almost. But if you guys take note of it right here, regardless of how we draw it, whether it's like that or like that, right? I'd say it's more so like this right here. We're just taking the average as best as we possibly can, right? What we're noticing is that we're basically touching it, right? It pierced it just by a little bit. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to go through, but that's a very important distinguishment to make right now, okay? That it is strong enough for us to get to that point where it actually touched it again. So that's got to cause some sort of concern. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm a little under the weather still, so I've been pausing the video to like blow my nose or to cough, etc. like that, so I apologize. What we're noticing on the daily chart right now is we're now closing below the 55 EMA. Do you guys remember for the past few days where I was saying that if the 55 EMA does my crossover strategy, where it ends up getting below all of them and it acts as the hard support, we could see a massive rally, but it never even got to that point. So what I'm waiting for is for this candle to close, to be quite honest, okay? I'm waiting for it to close on the daily chart, and if we close just like this, I'll enter a longer term trade swing position. Why? Because we see these 2 massive wicks. Every time we push down to 9,500 ranges, what we see is that Bitcoin, the market ends up rushing in to save the day. So 9,500, right around here, people just start buying it up for 2 days now. So what we can easily say is that the 9,500 is a very strong level of support currently so far. Now, this was a decent candle, I have to admit, okay? It was a decent candle in terms of how it rejected despite the large sell-off. And then this candle so far today is actually reacting very positively to the market. Now the bulls are winning, I'd say. The bears have tried to push the market down quite a bit to the 9,500 range, 94.89, but the bulls easily rush in and buyers rush in to save the day. Now the question is, how long are we going to stay in this zone? I mentioned in my March, I think 5th or 6th Bitcoin technical analysis video that I'm expecting it to be red for, you know, 2 to 4 days, right? But anything longer than that, I might be a little bit worried. If it reaches a whole week of being in the red, I'd be very worried as well. So I'm considering entering a long position when this candle closes. Gonna wait on it extremely patiently, guys. You have to remember that this game is a game of patience, right? And the longer we wait, the more likely we are to get ourselves in a very good position. So if you guys notice some of the trades that I made today, if you're watching my NEO and my EOS video, right? You guys saw me make some live trades. I think I was at $700 profit already today with 4 simple trades. That just goes to show that if you're extremely patient with your trades, you'll definitely be profitable over time. So make sure that you exercise that always. If you look on the daily MACD, it looks like it's about to cross over and come down, right? Yeah, so right now is not the best time to enter a trade, to be quite honest. You guys missed your opportunity already, right? The best time to have entered a trade would have been roughly around this region over here. I'm using it as a swing low support. So right now, entering is just pure FOMO in my opinion. The daily MACD, or sorry, the histogram, looks like it's got a lot of ways to go down, right? Now, is this going to act as a support, or is it going to end up going up? We have to remember that these regions right here, okay, right here where I just highlighted with the yellow line, that is what is the support right now. You have to take a look at this, okay? This was a resistance, which now acts as a support. This was a support and then now acts as a support again. So the big question is, will this region hold? And we'll find out the next day. So right here, we're down ticking, right? But will it snap back up and will it round just like this one right here? That'd be ideal if it did that. We simply don't know yet. We have to give this a little bit of time. On the 4-hour chart, we're reaching in the negative, right? Reaching in the negative for RSI. 6-hour, it's definitely going to uptick for a little bit, but we don't know for how much longer. These volume spikes right here are worrying me, or the lack of a volume spike is worrying me. Despite us getting a lot of wicks like this that push to the downside, what we're not getting is a lot of wicks pushing to the upside. So that worries me a little bit as well. Right now, what I see is the bears on the offense. They're on the offense with these long wicks, and yes, the bulls are defending them right now. But are the bulls attacking? That's one of the important questions. If they were also attacking in conjunction to their defense, there would be a lot more wicks on the upside. But instead, we see just the minimum volume needed to defend from the bears pushing down. Now, don't get me wrong, this RSI, right, does look like it wants to bounce, but you guys got to remember how much lower it went last time as well, okay? It went really low. It went up a little bit, right? And then it just tanked again. So that was a little bit scary there on the 6-hour chart. So I think I've done as much analysis I could possibly do on it for now. I don't want to keep these videos too long for you guys. I want to be respectable to your time, or sorry, respectful to your time as well. Let's see what else I can see here though. On the 3-hour chart, right, it's about to cross over right here. So we might see some decent uptrend. I mean, we can't even target up here, guys. It just doesn't make sense to target the 11,700 ranges yet. I mean, you gotta go conservative. This is a conservative target right here, guys. I'm getting sleepy again. I'm going back to bed for this. I definitely have like a flu or something like that again. This is like the second time I've been really sick this year, or just felt under the weather. I mean, the next day, when the candle forms, I'll most likely enter a trade, and my target will be, I mean, it's almost not even worth it to enter a trade. I just cannot see a decent risk to reward scenario. Because this is really ugly, guys. I mean, if this was the 5th wave, it's really ugly. I mean, let's think of it like this as well, okay? Let's say this was 1, that was 2, this was 3, 4, and there's still a 5th one somewhere up there. Right? Let's say there was still a 5th one somewhere up there. Well, this would fit the criteria because this wave didn't really retrace into the wave 1 territory at all yet. But it also seems really unlikely based on how proportional they should be. It seems like this is pretty much a double top or a truncated 5th position. So I've got no choice but to assume that. Because I have no choice but to assume that right now, I have to take my Fibonacci level and do it properly. Take my Fibonacci level right there, come down to right about here. Okay, and I would probably end up targeting somewhere, maybe at the right there. That'd be the highest I would target. But realistically, I'm a very conservative trader, So I'd probably target somewhere even right there between 10.285 and 10.55. So as soon as the daily candle forms, yeah, I might target that range, like 11,800, but I'll be watching it like a hawk. So let's say you entered a trade now. Is it a good setup? Not really. I mean, you'd be targeting slightly lower than there. You're talking about a 1.55 to 1 risk to reward ratio. I mean, you're gonna gain what, 9.41% for a possible loss of 6%. Not really a good trade either to get into, right? Until we confirm an uptrend, that is when we will get a much better risk to reward ratio. Because as far as it stands, guys, it's pretty scary right now to take a look at it. And when I don't mean to scare you guys. Know that I never create FUD, okay? Please understand that I never create FUD. But what I need to you guys understand is that if we do end up breaking below this line right here, which I will make red for danger, if we actually break below this red line right here, and right now we're in a bullish territory, keep in mind. But if we break below this red line that has acted as a major support, and before it was a major resistance, there will be some vicious sell-offs, okay? I need you guys to understand that. There will be some massively vicious sell-offs. So it is really crucial and important for us to stay above this critical support right now. If we don't, guys, yeah, we're going to be in a very bearish market. I mean, we look at the 3-hour chart, and yeah, the volume is picking up right now. You know, we're getting like a series of, or sorry, the 4-hour, we're getting a series of fairly bullish candles actually. We get a long wick to reject it right there. We get a bullish spinning top right here, or doji. This is a fairly bearish candle, but what we see is a bullish engulfing candle right after it. So right now though, what we're seeing is like a shooting star or doji kind of candle. So we're getting a lot of mixed signals everywhere in the market right now. And I'm getting a little bit concerned as well, I have to admit, okay? Getting concerned because we want to have a series of bullish candles right now, and that we're simply just not getting. So there's not really a good position to enter from, guys. I mean, next time you guys got to keep in mind, okay? You got to keep in mind the previous swing low. What does swing low mean? It means the previous area that was the previous low, right? That's all that swing low means. The swing high would be this region right here, okay? So if we guys notice right now, we're kind of range bound. Would you agree? Right? We are absolutely range bound right now, right? Do you guys see what I mean? Right? 11,788 range is kind of our swing high ranges right now. And then our swing low ranges is right around where we are now, around 9,500. Next time you guys need to make sure that you keep on track of this, okay? I'm going to show you guys how you should have played this. If I was awake, this is how I would have called it for you guys in a heartbeat, okay? I would have done this for you guys. I would have said to you, first of all, acknowledge this massive resistance line that will act as support. Secondly, acknowledge this area right here, okay? The swing low. What you see is it intersecting right here, right? This is your buy zone. That would have been your buy zone right there, guys, okay? That's what you got to do next time. You try to find these points that act as major support points. Think of it like a support, but with another support that's supporting that support. Okay, so this was the major support, right? Which was very likely to bounce off of there already. And then the next major support is around this region right there, the swing low, which acted as even more reinforcement for it to bounce off of, right? So yes, that's a really awesome area. Now, what, you know, longer term, guys, obviously the big play is now that this region right here is a major resistance, right? Right here is a major resistance. When we break this 11,000 range right here, are we ever gonna fly? But until then, for myself as a day trader, it makes no sense to even consider that yet, because that's quite a ways to go. All right, guys. So once again, what position am I in? I'm in no position at all right now. I'm not in a single position. Here, you guys can see it for yourself. All right. I'm not in a single position. What am I looking at buying? I'm looking at buying EOS. As you guys saw, I played EOS pretty well. I'm up a few 400 or 500 on it today. I'm just waiting for EOS to get to this range right here around the 932. I shorted already earlier. Shorted a little bit. I closed my position a little bit too late, or too early rather. Should have definitely waited a little bit longer, but that's okay. I'm just being 100% honest with you guys right now that I am waiting for this daily candle to close, okay? I want it to be very bullish like that with another Dragonfly Doji. So in about how many hours to go here? In about 11 hours, guys, if this candle closes bullishly, we're going to be looking very, very good for the next few days. And that I will keep you guys updated. Until then, just stay cautious, guys. Don't FOMO buy or anything. You know, if you FOMO buy right now, you make sure you guys have a good risk to reward setup. I simply just can't see one yet. There's still a lot of risk on the table. I mean, we don't know who else is going to panically sell off right now, right? We want to get a series of higher highs first, right? We want a series of much higher highs than where we are now. So maybe the next one, when we come down, right, we get a higher low and a higher high. That might be a good rally relief that will come up soon. But as it stands, I simply just see volume dwindling right now, and I don't see a lot of buyers rushing in. I saw buyers rushing in at 9,500, but right now I see the whole market as very scared. They're scared. They have every right to be right now because of, you know, $400 million being dumped on the market, Binance issues as well. Everyone's terrified right now. So until then, I just wanted to give you guys my quick 25-minute thoughts on Bitcoin and what's going on right now. And the answer is there's not really a whole lot going on in terms of us finding solid support yet. We need another day's candles to confirm if this daily support will actually hold above $9,500. So until then, I'll keep you guys updated in a few hours. Who knows? My Tylenol nighttime pills, they tend to knock me out for a while. Sometimes I just wake up, I eat really quickly, I take another one of those sleeping pills, and I just go back to bed. Because yeah, I feel like I have the flu or something again. Do you guys remember early January? I had the flu there, and it was horrible. So, and my back is just on fire still once in a while. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you very much for your support in watching this video. I hope you guys always stay cautious and, you know, take my advice or not, however you guys want. I'm no financial advisor. I'm just talking about what I would do in my specific position, okay? And I'm gonna wait for the daily candle to close, and we'll go from there. Have yourselves a good one. Take care. Bye now.